All right, push, keep it steady. It's heavy, mind the rust. Just a little further, up onto the trailer. Easy now, almost there. All right, bring it on in. Careful there. Looks pretty rough, Arthur. Yeah, but it's got potential. Up she goes. All right, easy does it. Yeah. Just a little to the left. There, perfect. Let's get this old girl up. All right, 50 years of neglect. Let's see what we're up against. All right, that's step one. One incredibly rusty front wheel off. All right, careful, got to get these fuel lines disconnected. Okay, take the weight. Coming up slowly. Watch for rust falling. Here we have the fuel tank, removed from the bike. It's a 70s classic, but as you can see, the rust is extensive. All right, this is a tough one. That bolt is seized tight. Finally got it moving. All right, these handlebars are off. Setting them here. Now, for the forks.
All right, time to tackle these stubborn exhaust bolts. Be careful, they look completely fused.
The disassembly is complete. 50 years of corrosion, every surface, but the structure is solid. Let's start the restoration.
The degreaser needs a minute to work into that deep rust. This is it. 50 years of grime, washed away. This tank is heavily pitted, ready for treatment.
This heavy-duty degreaser is just what we need for this 50-year-old grime. See how it starts to work right away? Now let's agitate it a bit to... All right, time to dry these out. Get all that trapped water out of the spokes. Look at that mist fly. The cleaning phase is complete. Every bit of grime is gone. Now we're ready for the restoration. All right, let's see how deep this corrosion goes. Getting a reading here. That's pretty significant. Looks like we're nearing the limit.
The wire wheel reveals the factory paint. Look at that red. Slow and steady brings it back. This tank's got plenty of life left.
All right, time for the rust converter. Watch this stuff work its magic. All right, focusing on these mainframe tubes now, getting that factory red just right, nice and even. Watch the masking tape. Perfect. Dry to the touch. This classic is ready for the clear coat. All right, perfect. Just a few more passes to make sure there's not a single speck of dust left. We're ready for the clear coat.
Applying the first coat, keeping the gun at the perfect distance. That looks nice and wet. You can see the 50 years of corrosion on this head. Look at these cylinder bores here, completely rusted. It's a significant mechanical challenge.
All right, time to pull this old carburetor off. Look at the gunk on this. Wow, that's pretty bad. Yeah, been sitting for a while. Needs a full teardown and rebuild. All right, this is going to be tight. Need some elbow grease. There it is. All right, time to install the new bearing. Just need to seat it precisely. Yeah. There we go, fits perfectly. The restoration is coming along nicely. All right, looking at these brake shoes and drum, the corrosion is severe and the friction material is worn beyond service. All right, time to tackle this rear hub. Years of grime buildup. Got the bearings seated, now for the new brake shoes. And the cleaned up sprocket fits perfectly.
Excellent. Looking brand new.
All right, perfect fit, just like new. This old pan was a mess. Got to make sure we get every bit of rust. That's better. Now for some black to protect it. That's better. Time for the blacked it. Nice and smooth. All right, just a little more tension here. Looking good. Almost done. Last staples. That'll hold. All right, time to tackle this old Speedo. See the tarnish on the bezel and the fogged lens? We'll get this cleaned up, mechanism freed, and a brand new lens in there.
Firm and secure. Looks perfect.
All right, lining up the front fender now. Got to be careful not to scratch this fresh paint. It's coming together nicely. All right, let's get this final fender on. Perfect fit. Just need to tighten these bolts now. And that should do it. All right, lowering the seat into place. Got to be gentle.
Looks like it's aligning well.
And tight. Good to go. All right, throttle cable routed, brake cable secure and tested. One last check on the clutch. Perfect, it's ready. Almost there. Another 50 years, buddy. Good as new. All right, 50 years in the making. Let's see it.
After months of hard work, it's finally done. From a rusted relic to this. She's beautiful.
Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely flawless. Better than new. Notice the flawless interplay between the brand new rubber and the highly polished, restored chrome of the spokes. That factory red fender is absolutely perfect.